Welcome to another part of Jak and Daxter Lost Frontier, in which this time, we're gonna go in a fucking volcano, baby. Hell yeah, time for some fun in a goddamn dangerous fucking area like a volcano. In which we're gonna start off by going off a bunch of pillars all the way up to this door here. And now we're in the volcano. Which, yeah, it has one of these things. Which this one gives us an important item, an important power, which is the Eco Rocket Jump. Now, we can finally use those yellow eco vents in order to do something here. Also, there are two of these fucking, precursor orb hunts that won't activate until we leave this area and come back here. So, yeah, fun. Anyway, all I gotta do is just use these to get across. I can't deactivate them when I'm using them. I have to land first, so it's a very small, slow fucking landing. We gotta make it count, you know. But first, let me jump across, and over here is the precursor orb, which I'm gonna take. And yeah, and there's another one of the hunts. That's the other hunt. And now we can finally head upwards, because up above us not only is the way forward, but there's also a chest here which has an item that we're going to be needing. And also someone's waiting for us on the other end. So we got some new armor. The crash plate armor, and now... Hey buddy.
Jack, this is Phoenix. Let's say we make this interesting and see who gets the Seeker first.
Why? Why are you doing this? Also, how'd you get in front of us first? Like, where the fuck did you come from in which you got into here first? The fuck? I know that, we went and did some side missions, but time doesn't really fucking matter too much when you're doing that shit. So why the fuck? How the fuck? Fuck you. Anyway, moving on, we got some, collapsing shit here. I'm gonna drop the gap though, don't worry, I'm gonna drop the gap. And over here, another pillar, we gotta push a few of those in this fucking area. We won't be pushing too many pillars afterwards, luckily. The pillar thing will eventually stop, because it is annoying, honestly. And yes, some more pillars that are made from our green eco here. As well as these guys, which all I have to do is just punch them. Just punch and shoot even. And that's it. They're all weak, they're all easy, just go to town their asses. Then eventually you got a camera here, which you can use these, these poles to get across. I'm not a fan of the poles work in this game, honestly. It's very slow. Anyway, activate this and go across from there, as well as, break some crates for ammo. And, yeah, get ready for some more fighting. Just make some big jumps here. And robots. They're still here for some reason, even though this is a very dangerous area, and I don't know what the fuck they're looking for here, but certainly is useful. And there you go. Every dark eco, and then make a whole bunch of jumps all the way up to this yellow eco vent here. We have these yellow eco balls waiting for you to cross the whole thing.
The lava is rising. I would hurry up.
And yeah, the lava's rising now, but don't worry, you'll be fine. It only rises when you get to the next floor, which this is the second floor, in which we gotta start off by dealing with all these assholes first, before we can then go forward into what is essentially going to be some more precursor orb. You can see in the distance on, so there's more precursor orbs waiting for us. And we'll be needing to grab them. Now, the way you're supposed to get the precursor orbs is you gotta go to where there's a breakable wall, and then use your red eco ability, the amplifier, to essentially destroy that wall. Fuck that. Instead, just use this and then just jump over to your left. Like what I'm gonna be doing right now. It's that simple. And now, we can break the wall. And we can move on, in which we're now going to go ahead and, Go past those vents. There's some falling shit. That's fine, it's not too far away from us. And some more braking platforms, which are easy to get past. And more poles. We love swinging on our poles, honestly. We love swinging on these fucking things. And yeah, over here is some more yellow eco waiting for us to get across on, which will mean the lava will rise once again.
Looks like I'm in the lead. Better pick up the pace.
And over across here is some more robots, which I will destroy. And yeah, like that fucking ability of like, you know, jump up in the air and then press square button to slam down. Outside maybe buttons, you're never gonna use that ever in this fucking game. When it comes to fights, it's useless. And you know what else? You're supposed to go across that side and then go all the way around and get to this. You can do the jump over, don't worry. Just do the jump over, you'll be fine. And by doing that, I got some more precursor orbs and an upgrade for my gun, which is increased ammo capacity for the scatter gun. So yeah, we got more bullets. Always good. And yeah, I'm gonna jump cut because I thought of going back there because if I missed something, I didn't. So we'll have to come back here way later on in the game because once again it's more backtracking. So yeah, a lot of fun there. Right now though, come over here and
So happy when I come back with the Seeker. See you at the Galleon. Or not.
And once we're up here, we can then just go right ahead and just kill some more motherfuckers. And you know, avoid all the bullshit too. You know? And eventually we'll be able to have the ability to get across with the construct, in which we can then just get across a big gap here over to what is essentially the end goal. Because the item we're looking for is pretty much on the other side of this fucking platform here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get out the construct and just activate it. You can kind of see in the distance where it is. And yeah, getting across all these pillars, we do another fight of not only these, you know, digging into the ground motherfuckers, but also more robots. They're all easy. Just use your gun and use your punches and you'll be fine. This was a very easy freaking, like, mission, honestly. So, yeah, this was kind of a joke. And we made our new quote-unquote ally a complete bitch face here. We even got the item now. So, he can just suck our dicks. Also, we can't go across there until I get this item, so yeah, that's fun. Okay, got the item now. Eco Seeker's now ours. And now it's unblocked. And he's gone now. Who cares? We're leaving. Which we're now over here somehow. In which I'm now going to go ahead and leave and then come back in here to do some more of these freaking precursor orb hunts. Because they're always fun. The orb hunts are always fun. Okay, let me exaggerate about that little bit there, but it will be interesting to actually go back and do them right now. So the first one is over the other side of this area. It's over where the other precursor thing is for the next orb hunt. So I do fail this one, I believe, but no? Do I not fail this one? No, I failed this one. But I realized where it is anyway, so it'll be fine. Also, you like how time also slows down when you're turning? The game just really has a slowdown thing when it comes to turning the camera. Anyway, down below us is the second one, which is over by where our quote-unquote ally was waiting for us. So just use the yellow eco to get upwards. Oh my fucking god, I suck. And fail. Don't worry, I get to it, no problem. You can see that I literally have found it because I punched, brought that yellow eco thing out of my fist, and it went all the way across where that orb is. So I know where it is now. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now we can leave. So what we do when we leave? Well, we get a cutscene out of it because, believe it or not, we're not the only ones leaving this area.
Where are we going, Sonny? Ah! What are you doing here? I've been on that island longer than I can remember. And you boys are my ticket off.
Well, don't get too excited just yet. We crash into your island on a fairly regular basis.
So, yeah. For the most part, we literally now have the old guy with us. And he's singing with us for the rest of the game, apparently. So that's cool. He has a mechanic anyway, so he'll be useful. And by the way, next bit for this entire part is making all these Dark Eco Crystal fucking energies. Which, for this one, will be 23. It's probably the biggest number of eco crystals in the game, I think. Either it's this or it's the next area that has a huge amount, like the biggest amount. The first two areas at least have the most of these, because every other area that we'll be going to in this game, by the way, that has these challenges, they're very small in the number they give you on the Dark Eco Crystals. This and the next map does not do that. Also, now the blaster improved fire rate. Rate of fire. And now, we can move on to doing some more destruction. Like over here, in which there's a crystal I can find. Now, a reminder. I am not perfect. We all know this. We all know that I have, you know, some issues with things, and I'm not very good with these sort of games much. But you know what? I have a shit ton of orbs. I'm ready to go. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to actually go all the way across, so I lost at least 2 of them. Yes. If you run out of time, it only stops the one that you last got, like with your first one you got. Otherwise, the rest have their own timers, which is interesting and useful. So I got 3 of them at least, and I'm going to go back and get an item. Okay, so Daxter jacking. Daxter jacking is just this. You've seen it beforehand, but now you get to see it in proper form as I go around grabbing scrap, as well as getting the item that they have. So, yeah. It's very easy, very basic. No issues here of how this works, except, yeah, there is that, but it's fine, I won anyway. And I got a repair patch from it. 1 repair patch. The repair patch ones aren't really worth it, because you don't really take that much damage normally. It's only in the missions that you actually take a lot of damage. And even then, you'll still survive for the most part. Otherwise, there's no real good point to getting repair patches normally, because for the most part, you will survive. For the most part, you won't take that much damage that you would be needing to stockpile on these repair patches. I mean, you start for free. Like, every time you go for these, you start for free. And like, you can get to the maximum of like 8, or if you have extra repair pouch thing going on, you can have a lot more. But for the most part, you have a lot to work with already, with like 3 of them. Like, you'll be fine. There's no worry about damage throughout the entirety of the game with this shit. Also, structured health mod. There's a health mod here. I'ma grab that. The mod weapons are different to the repair patches. Repair patches require you to do something like LR, 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 and all that shit. However, getting the items that you actually need from these fuckers is pretty much requiring you to go ahead and just simply, you know, do a QT event. Which I'm going to fail here because I fucked up that one thing twice, and this lasts a long time. Like, for the most part, if you don't have about half grip when you start getting to the item, you are more likely going to fall off. Like, you are more than likely going to fall right off the fucking plane.
Oh no, the rope broke.
And you can also, you know, have it lock onto the wrong person, or they turn real sharply, which fucking rips off your rope, and it's just...
Alright, here I go.
The Daxter jacking isn't exactly the most fun part, but it can be rewarding at least. It can be rewarding to get these weapons and mods and such, and also the scrap as well. You get a good amount of scrap from doing this, so it can be useful there. Also, another Dark Eco Crystal right under the Stein Island, by the way. Look, it's very close to the bottom, so yeah. And yeah, the rest of this is just gonna be this. Me going around getting Dark Eco Crystals. I mean, eventually I will go through and, you know, I will fucking, you know, go and get the rest of the stuff we missed back on the island. As well as get some more mods, weapons, and such. But hey, I got precursor orbs.
You help the planet with your efforts. Here is a reward.
So that one was at 16, and I now have 17 of these, so yeah, we're doing good. Only 6 left, and I've already found one of them, so it's 5 left now. So yeah, just a fairly normal average find the crystals and destroy it thing and get the fuck back to the starting point before time runs out sort of challenge. Nothing else for me to really bring up for this one. It's just Dark Eco Crystals. What I will say though is that I honestly believe that this is one of the hardest when it comes to the fucking find the Dark Eco Crystal thing. And the reason for that is because they give you a lot of time, but some of these crystals require you to use almost all of that time. Like, it gets right down to the very fucking wire from the get-go when it comes to some of these crystals and how much time you actually have. So, yeah, it's simple to me because of the fact that this game has no problem fucking you over on the length. And now, I only need 3 more. So, there's one right by where Dirk Hardpeck is. And I'm gonna just fly all the way back because the last 2 are very fucking far away. I will deal with them separately. And, yeah. That's really gonna do it when it comes right down to, like, this area. This open world area here. There are a few, but this is our area for the time being. Let's get the last 2 crystals, shall we? Okay, so the first one I went for is this one, which I had to make sure I was in a good position in which I could just book it all the way back, because it's that fucking strict. So yeah, look at me go. And yes, I do have to get through the island in order to get to the exit. It's pretty much the only way I can actually get this. Look at how much time I have left by the time I get to the exit here for just that one crystal. That one fucking crystal. A second and a half of time left. Like I said, it gets down to the fucking wire of some of these. It just becomes super small on time. And yeah, with this last crystal here, we will have gotten all Dark Eco crystals in this first flight area. It's probably gonna be either better or worse depending on how you see this next area when it comes to this shit, which we'll be doing next time. But right now, 5 precursor orbs.
You help the planet with your efforts. Here is a reward.
And with that, we're now done with all the shit out here in the sky of this area. Now, we just have this fucking island, because we have a few things, and most of them happen to involve the yellow eco, gas ability vent thing. Because now we have the ability to fly with the yellow eco, we're going to use that for this orb hunt here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the contract to get across. And then I'm going to get the fuck upwards. So yeah, pretty simple, and then a whole bunch of crystals wait for me. Good shit. And I have to go back the old way. Anyway, here's a missile that I was gonna miss otherwise. I'll go back and get the shit from the very beginning of the game, because there's another yellow eco event waiting for us that was back at the first part. So yeah, for the most part, it's just gonna be a bit of backtracking. Get used to backtracking in this game, by the way, because you'll be doing a good fair bit of backtracking in order to get everything in the game. And I fucked it. Which, yeah, I'm gonna lose my grip. If you fuck that one of the QTEs, once, you're basically done for. There's no way you can really save yourself at that point. You're gonna lose your witness, essentially. You're gonna lose your fucking victim. And by the way, I gotta find him now, too. There you go. The good news is that when it comes to weapons, and it's weapons that you already have, too, all that means that you have more than one of that. And that adds to your ammo too, so it's very fucking useful to do so. Anyway, the way across is down this way to the left of where my plane was. You get over here, let the game load up the next area, which is just the very beginning of the fucking game. Go across some, vaults, get across the door, and you're outside. You're back where you started. But, only reason we're going back where we started is because there was the yellow eco event, and we do want to get our orbs. So, let's take care of these guys real quickly. As you can see, they're getting their asses kicked very easily now. And, yeah. That's pretty much it. Just going back here to essentially get some more precursor orbs. I believe a chest is here too, though I believe it's just the orbs. And an enemy, by the way. No, it's chest here. And this chest has scatter guns increased cone radius. So now there's a lot more of a wider fucking field of view for this gun. And we got everything we needed, so let's go back to the ship and go through the cutscene, which is right where Kira is. Let's go.
Look, I found this guy. Or, well, maybe he found me, but anyway, he seems pretty good with mechanics, and I think he could help us.
Do you know who you are, old man?
Nope. This your ship? Nice gearing. Good coupling on the steering motivator. So, where's this little device that everyone thinks can save the world? Well. Very nice manufacturing indeed. Good tolerances. Top notch. Can't help you.
But you said...
I know what I said, but I also know trouble when I see it. The kind of trouble I've been trying to avoid.
You remember something?
Maybe. Yes. I don't know. I can see huge warehouses filled with eco. Vast and dark. Stacked as high as the eyes can see.
Please, sir, we need to find a new source of eco to help put the world back in balance. Please.
You are the prettiest face I've seen in some time. This is nothing but trouble. But for you, my dear, I'll do my best. See, this whole device has a self-fusing locking mechanism, so not everyone can use or misuse the device. If you just time the locking clock and then reverse the polarity, presto!
The Seeker doesn't have much power left. I think it's pointing to a new energy fuel cell.
Maybe if we power it up, it'll work better.
It's pointing directly over the brink. Dangerous, to say the least.
Look, we don't have a choice. The eco-storms are getting worse.
Agreed. Clout, prepare to sail. But first, set us on a heading for Far Drop. We'll need supplies for the long voyage. Once again, dear friends, into the breach.
And so we leave the beginning map and not really come back to it for a while. And we move on to Far Drop, which is an area we're coming back to a lot, and is also home to some cheeky fucking challenges. All spin out the Vulcan Fury. So we got the machine gun now, which is actually useful in this game, by the way, because its usefulness as a machine gun is actually really good now. And also, we have 200 ammo. We have good ammo for it now. So, for once, the Vulcan Fury is good. I mean, it was fine beforehand, but back then, we had better ways of stealing of shit. Vulcan Fury here, though, best weapon of the fucking game. Hands down. And by the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my money into some good shit. Alright? Just get out of the way. There you go. Okay, so with that out of the way and done, next time, we're gonna check out Far Drop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all then.